So many seagulls. Look at the birds.
This is northern China, and this might be its best coastal city. It stretches along miles of coastline. Its architecture reflects Russian and Japanese influence, and its seafood costs only a fraction of what you'd pay in Shanghai. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to find out whether this is truly northern China's hidden coastal gem, and it all starts right here.
Hello guys, I'm in Dalian today. Heard it's an amazing city. Let's explore together.
We took a cab directly to our hotel. We paid around 75 USD per night for this room.
Nice, big enough. Big bed. And we are on the 20th floor. Mountain view. Good.
Okay, first thing, the city feels surprisingly spacious. The roads are wide, the blocks are big, and it just doesn't feel as densely packed as cities like Shanghai or Beijing.
This is also a signature landmark in Dalian. This is Zhongshan Square, the heart of Dalian.
This square is kind of cool. It's built like a whale. 10 rows shoot out from the center. The layout was first planned by the Russians in the late 1800s. Then the Japanese took over and kept it.
Dalian is one of the few cities in China that still has a working tram system.
Just like Zhongshan Square, the tram system dates back to that same era.
The tram is coming! Wow, this one is old. Old tram, but you can pay with QR code. Super old.
And what's interesting is, it doesn't feel like a tourist attraction. Most of the people I see on board are locals heading to work. This is one of the better-known coastal spots in Dalian. The water here is actually really clear, and the area is surprisingly green for northern China. The beach itself is mostly pebbles rather than sand.
Nice water, but nobody swims here.
I didn't really see many people swimming. Most were just walking along the shore, taking photos, or just hang out and looking at the water.
This area also I didn't see any changing rooms, and there's no sunbeds. You can rent a tent, but it's quite expensive, like 200 RMB.
It feels more like a scenic spot than a swim all day beach. And honestly, beach culture here just feels different. A lot of people prefer not to stay under direct sun for too long. In a lot of European cities, a beach like this will probably be packed right now.
Many people are fishing here.
I also hiked up around the Dalian Bay Bridge area.
Wow! Did you see the massive bridge over the ocean?
And this part was honestly really fun. There's a cable car, but I skipped it and just walked. It's an easy hike, and the views keep getting better as you go up. And then there are deer, like a lot of them. You can even buy red dates and carrots to feed them.
Here you go. You're cute. Okay. Bye-bye. If you have some energy and have no problems to walk, really recommend to climb up. This is an observation deck on top, and super windy. I walked from there.
It's such a nice little coastal hike. This might actually be one of my favorite spots in Dalian.
行啊，你给它喷呐。它比油条好吃，不是厚，它这个可好吃。
After hiking along the coast, we woke up early the next morning and went to a local morning market.
Let's start today as a local Dalian people from morning market.
Morning markets are pretty common in northern China. In a port city like Dalian, seafood arrives early, so if you want it fresh, you come early.
Here you have the fresh sea urchin. He opened it fresh for you. 哎，老板，这个怎么卖的海胆？
海胆25一个，45的。
啊，你给我开一个吧。
好，来一个啊。
啊，对，先来一个，我尝尝。
没人见麻烦。
I'm gonna have one. 25 RMB for one.
There are different grades of sea urchin here. This one cost me less than $4, and this is actually my first time trying it straight out of the shell like this.
Look at this. Looks like a jelly. Hot chip. Very fresh. It tastes almost like a salmon, fresh salmon, but more creamy on the soft side. Oh, it tastes really like salmon. You know, like a salmon wrapped in egg yolk. Sweet, slightly salty. Done. Very good. First meal in Dalian, we're gonna try some sashimi over rice.
And interestingly, Dalian also has a surprisingly strong Japanese food scene. The city was under Japanese administration in the early 1900s, and that influence never fully disappeared. Combine that with access to incredibly fresh seafood, and it kind of makes sense.
Oh my god, look at this tuna. I ordered one luxury bowl. There's tuna, salmon, sweet shrimp, and sea urchin. Oh, looks amazing. Let's give it a try. Let's give a dip of the egg yolk. Yum. Oh my god. So steady. But the cut is also very thick. Wow. So fresh, so good.
This bowl cost me less than 20 USD, and it is amazing. Many people say Dalian is probably the best place in China if you want some Japanese-style seafood, and it is true. But at the same time, this is still Northeastern China, so alongside seafood and sushi, you'll find big iron pot stews, heavy, hearty, made for colder winters, typical traditional food in this area.
Oh my god, so good.
Dalian's foreign influence isn't just in the city layout. There's even an area known as Russian South Street.
Yes, you do see Russian-style buildings in Dalian as well. So behind me, this one is 俄罗斯风情街 Russian-style street in Dalian. Apparently, the city was founded here in 1899. The street is 470 meters long. It's the first street in China that contains Russian-style buildings from early 19th century to 20th century. There's also a Russian supermarket. Lots of Russian chocolate. Wow, they all have good business. See how many people line up here.
Some buildings trace back to the early 1900s, while others are later restorations inspired by that era.
Do those buildings look authentic? What do you think? I do hear Russian music. And every shop, they put a Russian sign on top.
It feels a bit polished, but it shows how that chapter of history is still part of the city today. I wouldn't say foreign influence defines Dalian's overall look, but Western style elements definitely keep popping up.
And yes, there's also an Italian Venice here. Look at there. There's also a gondola.
There's a Venice-inspired neighborhood with canals and little gondolas.
Many people line up there for a gondola ride.
It's interesting to see how European design continues to show up in different parts of the city. On our last day in Dalian, we walked into a local church on Sunday. I didn't plan it, but I ended up attending my first church service in China. So, is this northern China's best coastal city? Maybe, maybe not, but it definitely surprised me. From old tram lines to fresh sea urchin, from hiking by the sea to randomly attending a church service, it's way more interesting than I expected. And yeah, that's pretty cool. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Ciao!